and it rains, and then it forms into the rivers, rivulets, pools, ponds, lakes, and it feeds the underground water system, and by the time it reaches you back again, it is no more that filthy water that we have drained. It has been revitalized, it has been recharged with all the minerals and everything in it. What a beautiful system. Meaning it is the same waters that we are drinking that even Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Rama must have been using. If you can think about it in a totally different way. I am not talking of this very particle of water. Water as such. It is nothing but there is no new water being created. It is the same water which has been there for about 4 million years ago, 4 billion years since. And what an amazing creation that he has created and kept it comprehensively together. The food chain. I think, in my own audacity, that the only mistake in God's creation us, the human beings. Because the rest of the universe maintains its balance. We are the only ones who tend to destroy that balance. The one who keeps everything samgraha, the one who keeps everything together, comprehensive and cohesive. Sangraha. Atindra sangraha sargo. Sargaha, the one who constantly keeps this creation with its newness as its consistent nature. Sargaha is to create. Not just create, but to create and maintain its newness in it. So the fall season, the entire nature loses all its leaves. Actually, last month itself, they had declared winter is done. I think the groundhog day or something, the hog must have come out, and for so much of not believing in such superstitions, they believe in a groundhog day. And the hog comes out and they declare that winter is done. But the poor trees get confused. They think that the spring has arrived and they start releasing the small, tiny little, and suddenly it goes down into again 32s and 30s. And again the tree goes like, uh-oh, too early, let's withdraw, let's wait for the warmth. And now also it is cold, obviously. And you can start seeing the spring season, and that is one of the best shades of green. Best shades. And the moment you look at that shade, there's such a peace that just covers you up from within. There's a warmth in that peace. Such tender, beautiful leaves. I'm just asking, do you even have time to just see those leaves? Dekho. Just take a stroll. Stop by. Look at that pinkness in that leaf. Look how it changes into the, there's a reddish little color hue in it. And how it changes gradually into that light, beautiful depth of green. And then starts darkening. And he has created everything in such a beautiful balance, which gives everything that newness every single cycle of creation. 6 billion, now we are 7 billion? Okay, 7 billion population. And 7 billion of us unique in the specimen called Homo sapiens. 7 billion, and each one is unique. Each one has a unique ear shape, each one has a unique facial shape, each one has a unique fingerprint, each one has a unique buddhi, each one has a very uniqueness of using it as well. What newness of creation! That newness in creation, as the creation surges forth, is called Sargaha. Dhritatma niyamo yamaha. Dhritatma. Dhritatma, the one who can support himself, the one who can control himself. There is nothing else that can control him or support him. He supports himself. Dhrita, to support, to control. Atma, supporting the self. Now from the Paramarthic standpoint, when there is nothing other than him, so the one supported and the one being supported and the support, all of that is nothing but Paramatma alone. Now at a very Vyasti point, not even at the self-realization point, even if we are born as twins, each one is born at their own time individually. We enter into this world alone. And we leave alone. In between, why do we get so desperate? We don't require any other support from outside. If we can tap into that support within, find that support within, latch onto it firmly. When I say within, what do I mean? That conscious principle, that stable platform within, wherein the mind and intellect also has to take support from. Once we get to that stable platform within, I tell you, however overwhelming the outside tamasha happens, we can sit back and really watch it like a comedy. What is that Shakespearean novel? Comedy of Errors. We can watch this entire Jagat moving like that. Our problem is that we become serious. Instead, what we should become is sincere. There is a difference. Seriousness comes with pressure. Sincerity leads to pleasure, meaning happy bent of mind. Be sincere, not serious. There is nothing worth getting serious about, and there is everything worth being sincere about. And we can understand that when we latch to that stability within. Dhritatma. How do we do that? 2 steps. Yamaha, niyamaha. The first step is yamaha. Control and discipline the organs of perception and action. Do we have control? What we eat, what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we taste, what we touch. There is this beautiful mantra, Shanti mantra. Bhadram karne bhishrunayama devaha, bhadram pashye makshabhir yajatraha, sthirairangai stuštuvagam sastanubihi. This is the mantra. Bhadram pashye makshabhir yajatraha. May I see auspiciousness through my eyes. So there are three stages of that auspiciousness and perceiving that auspiciousness. First stage, O Lord, I am disturbed, agitated because of all these atrocities and negativities. May I always have the experience of auspiciousness, positive alone. A tall demand actually. The second stage, the seeker also evolves, understands that what I have asked for is not something that is going to happen. So he evolves and he says, he learns, Bhadram, of all the experiences that come to me, let me have the strength to weed out all that which is not auspicious and grasp all that which is auspicious. Second stage. Third stage is when you start laughing at yourself, laughing at one's own audacity. What gave me the right to even assume something as auspicious or not auspicious? Every experience that comes is nothing but auspicious. Every experience. Find what is that auspiciousness in every experience without discarding it. That ability to discipline our organs of perception and action to perceive that auspiciousness is called yamaha. Niyamaha, to have the mind which is dedicated. The organs of perception and action are disciplined. The mind is dedicated and the intellect is constantly focused with clarity. When these three can happen, then we can support ourselves. Once we know how to support ourselves, such one can step outside in support of the rest of the creation. Dhritatma niyamo yamaha. And if a life full of experiences are to be put forth, the only worthy effort is in realizing this. And in continuing, he says, Vedyo Vaidya Sada Yogi, Vaidya Sada Yogi, Viraha Madhavo Madhuhu, Viraha Madhavo Madhuhu, Atindriyo Mahamayo, Mahotsaho Mahabalaha. We'll see the meaning tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shant Shant Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.